NTV Weekend Edition with Dennis Okari and Olive Burrows.
Many thanks for joining us in this news broadcast. David Dandora is our sign language interpreter. To our top story, the Auditor General is raising the red flag over the anomalies and irregularities in the payment of some 2.7 billion shillings meant to resettle internally displaced people.
The Auditor General says a survey has revealed that money was paid to non-existent people, while some were paid twice in the year ending 2018. NTV's Brenda Wanga reports.
Nearly 11 years after they were kicked out of their homes as the post-election violence flared up, tens of IDPs are still languishing in the remnants of a camp in Cherangani.
Tukijaribu tuseme tuende tujenge kwa mashamba, tumeambiwa turudi wapi? Kambi hapa. Sasa hiyo kitu kama mama haijanipatia mimi kufaulu katika maisha, kwa sababu magonjwa mengi nimepata nikiwa hapa kwa kambi, kwa sababu saa hii utasikia mtu ana pressure, mtu ana pneumonia, mtu ana typhoid, mtu ana magonjwa gani.
They claim that the money meant to have helped them establish their lives afresh has ended up in the wrong hands.
Ni jambo hilipi ambaye kinaendelea? Maana sisi tunapo hasa tunaona ni kama kuna kitu ambaye haijafichuliwa, kuna kitu ambaye haijakuwa wazi.
And now the Auditor General agrees that something isn't adding up. In a report, the Auditor General raises queries relating to some 2.7 billion shillings that was released to the National Humanitarian Fund for the year 2017-2018. The report indicates that of that amount, 4.6 million shillings was paid out to IDPs in Turkana County, even though the IDPs did not have national identity cards, making it impossible to ascertain whether the recipients were Kenyans or even IDPs, as they claimed. A further 17.8 million shillings was paid out to IDPs in 16 counties with duplicate names. The report indicates that for every duplicate name, only one name matched with the identification card number provided, while the other similar name whose identification card number provided was related to a different person. In another instance, a total of 250,000 shillings was paid out to non-existent IDPs. The sample of IDPs' identity cards provided in this case indicated that the people did not exist in the National Registration Bureau's database. The Auditor General also calls into question the payment of impress and advances to county commissioners in Mandera, Nakuru and Bomet, totaling 71.96 million shillings. This amount was advanced to them in 2014-2015, but at the end of the financial year 2018, the officers who have authority to incur expenditure had not accounted for the amounts. But perhaps the largest amount to the query comes from the fund's accounts. The report shows that the account states it should be having 799 million shillings. However, some questionable transactions amounting to 17 million shillings cannot be explained, therefore calling into question the completeness and accuracy of the bank balances. This isn't the first time that the IDP fund has been raided by unscrupulous people. Previously, 48.1 million shillings was lost through the procurement of IDP materials at inflated prices, payments made to persons who were not appearing in the approved register, double payment and payments to unprofiled persons and other fraudulent payments. It is these questions that the Auditor General says must be addressed to assure the country that the funds meant for the vulnerable have not gone down the drain while they continue to suffer homelessness and the ever-present threat of disease out in the cold. Brenda Wanga, NTV.
All eyes will be on the Supreme Court starting tomorrow as parties interested in the petition filed by the Council of Governors file their submissions on the division of revenue impasse.
Governors and senators are set for what is being described as the battle for devolution. And the governors are saying that the stage they're setting is because of this protracted legal battle as they face off with the National Assembly in courts.
NTV's Zainab Ismail looks at the week ahead and the tough wars that will be playing out in court.
It is going to be a busy week at the Supreme Court following the petition by the Council of Governors seeking reprieve over the standoff over the sharing of county revenue that has seen them lock horns with the National Assembly.
One of our greatest role is to represent counties and their interests, and that is where we are. That's why the Senate insisting that we need more money to come to the counties so that they can be able to operate optimally and be able to initiate development that is going to benefit the general mwananchi.
Sisi kama senators atubanduki hapo atuachilii, kunyeshe, kusinyeshe, lazima pesa ikuje mashinani.
Senators have accused the National Assembly of holding counties hostage and pegging the standoff for allocation on corruption and wastage.
You cannot say that simply because some counties have shown bad manners, then we throw out the baby with the bathwater.
The National Assembly, on the other hand, sticking to its guns.
If the economy expands and the revenue grows, in fact, we will reach a stage where we will be giving to county governments close to 40%. So why do you want to peg it at 35%? Already they are having it between 32 to 34% relatively. Why do you want to involve the cost implication on the timelines?
It won't be the first time the Supreme Court intervenes in a dispute involving another arm of government.
Kotini haiwezi kugawa pesa, lakini kotini inaweza kutupatia mwelekeo wa vile pesa hizi zitagawanywa tukienda mbele.
The governors and senators marched to the Supreme Court earlier this week to seek judicial intervention and interpretation of the division of revenue process as they push for counties to get 335 billion shillings against the 316 billion shillings figure proposed by the National Assembly. All parties should file relevant documents by 4 p.m. on Monday. The case will then be mentioned on Tuesday, and if all parties are ready, then the hearing could proceed on Wednesday. The Commission on Revenue Allocation, the Law Society of Kenya, the Katiba Institute, county assemblies, the Controller of Budget and speakers of both the National Assembly and the Senate on Friday expressed an interest to join the legal battle. Zainabi Ismail, NTV.
From the revenue divide to the referendum divide, Third Way Alliance in the Punguza Mzigo proposes, among other things, a single-term presidency, a much smaller National Assembly, and a scrapping off the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. The proposal to cut the size of Parliament to save the country an estimated 31.8 billion shillings annually is already proving to be an emotive issue, with a number of members of Parliament, including Majority Leader in the National Assembly, Dandora, voicing strong opposition to the proposals and referendum calls.
After 2010 Constitution, there was a review of boundaries, and Kenyans decided that there are certain regions, there are certain constituencies, because of land size and because of high population, their representation was not visible. And that is why new constituencies were formed. When you want to tell us that every county, a county like Marsabit, is close to the combination of Central Province, Western Kenya, Nyanza, and Nairobi. So you want to tell me there will be one member of parliament?
There are ways we can punguza mzigo, lakini si ya kuguza kiti cha mbunge, si ya kuguza CDF.
Meanwhile, other members of parliament from ODM had not so kind words for Third Way Alliance leader Ekuro Aukot over some of his proposals, especially those touching on members of parliament. The leaders say he should have presented his ideas to the Building Bridges initiative that is still collecting views from Kenyans.
Gentleman and his briefcase party called to Third Way something. That if for sure he has got some ideas on what he wants to happen to our constitution, let him take those ideas to BBI task force. It is still sitting.
So it's therefore prudent for us to wait for the BBI report that reflects the collective responsibility of the people of Kenya. One individual who goes to have tea with a few friends and decides to write a report, decides to collect signatures from River Road, that cannot tantamount to changing the constitution of the Republic of Kenya.
Well, it's been a major debate over the week, and this coming week also looks like it's going to be another shutdown.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the CJ Maraga gave a deadline of submissions, that is tomorrow, I think, and then the governors will wait to see what happens now on Tuesday.
Okay, and the same divide applies to the referendum debate, as you said. The Punguza Mzigo bill makes enticing offers to members of the county assembly who will have a big say on the process. It was perhaps carefully crafted to lure MCAs into supporting it with a number of inducements such as a ward fund.
The bill needs the support of at least 24 of the 47 county assemblies to sail through, and some MCAs have already voiced support for the initiative. These are some of the members of the Kericho County Assembly.
Punguza mzigo si mbaya sana. Tumeona vitu mbili wamesema revenue yenye itaenda counties ni 35%. Hiyo ni sawa, ni support 100%. Alafu yenye imesema hapo tena wamesema CDF itatolewa na kukue na Ward Development Fund. Hiyo referendum tutaunga mkono, na hiyo referendum is not rosy to your side. Kwa sababu nyinyi wote wapunge karibu 6 mtakuwa wawili tu.
To another sad story, 2 people were killed in Kenyanya, Kisii County, sparking protests in the area, with residents accusing police of being involved.
The residents had been protesting the murder of a 65-year-old businessman when one of the protesters was allegedly hit by a police bullet. NTV's Anita Nkonge reports.
The fires of confrontation between residents of Kenyanya in Kisii County and the police had been lit. The residents were going head-to-head with police from the area in protest over the murder of 2 locals. They claim that the very people who are supposed to be protecting them were instead the perpetrators.
It's very unfortunate that the police, once again, who are supposed to give our people security, are the same people who are using the weaponry to bring security to kill innocent citizens.
The first incident involved the brutal murder of a 65-year-old businessman, Zablon Nyambego, at the Magena Trading Center. According to locals, he was hacked to death just a few meters from the AP police post on his way home.
The man who was killed screamed. People heard the screaming, but the police never bothered to go and give help.
Residents took to the streets to protest his murder and the rising rates of crime in the area. It was during the protest that Dominic Ondieki was allegedly felled by a police bullet. Residents are now calling out the police for failure to ensure their security and are urging Interior Minister Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i to intervene and ensure police officers implicated in Ondieki's killing are arrested and held accountable.
Hivyo kama tuna polisi na hapo polisi ndio kunatendekea kila jambo, mbona sisi tusikae chini kuuliza? Tukiuliza wamechukua majina yetu kwamba wanachukua CID kwenda kuchunguza ili watukujie.
Naomba serikali yetu, wale askari ambao wamekaa kwa muda mrefu waweze kuondolewa wote, tuweze kupatiwa askari wengine ili tuweze kuendelea na biashara yetu katika mji wa Magena.
The sub-county has in recent times witnessed killings, most of which were blamed on the police and area residents during such confrontations. Anita Nkonge, NTV.
A bodyguard assigned to Meru County Assembly Speaker Joseph Kaberia died this afternoon after his colleague, an armed civilian serving as the Speaker's driver, shot him several times.
The driver is admitted in hospital with a gunshot wound on his leg sustained during the incident which happened in Kamiti Corner, Kasarani constituency in Nairobi. Police say the bodyguard and the driver had a quarrel before turning their guns on each other. The driver, who was armed with two Saska pistols, spent 15 rounds of ammunition.
The incident happened just as the sister to the driver was opening the compound gate to receive the 2. Police are investigating the incident as the body was taken to the Kenyatta University mortuary for an autopsy as part of the probe.
Now, did you know that if it were not for human activity, then Dandora Estate would be a tourist attraction? Unfortunately, its gems have lost their shine.
Take, for instance, the waterfall along the Nairobi River. I know, that surprised me as well. It is now a cascade of filth, even despite efforts to clean it up and give it a new life. NTV's Sharon Baranga has the story.
Threading its way through a labyrinth of old structures is one of the capital's equally old neighborhoods. The unperturbed flow of the Nairobi River is interrupted suddenly by a steep fall. From afar, the drop offers panoramic views. It's hard to imagine that such a gem exists, obscured by the broken down surrounding in Dandora. I too had to see for myself. It's poised on a steep, rugged hill. Getting to it is no mean task. I had to shake off my fear of heights to take the odd steps down a steep incline. But up close, it's not really what it seems. It's a little more than a flowing garbage dump. The rumbling sounds of the river giving a false promise. The floor is blackish and chalky. The blanket of trash at the bottom of the fall so dense it appears one could walk across. However, the filthy and fetid mosaic of waste from plastic bags, bottles and sludge is just a porous layer on top of the filthy waters of the Nairobi River. Human activity has choked life out of this important vein. The falls, fondly known by locals here as the Fall Sea, now a pinprick shadow of their former self.
Once tukiwa watoi hapa, tulikuwa tunakamigi fishing hapa. Tunaweza come to fish hapa, na tuwashe moto hapa, na tuipikie hapa. Wale malandlord walikamu wakaanza kuown land. Hizi areas karibu na hii mto walianza kuelekeza nini sewer lines zao kwa mto.
Ilikuwa full of life, ilikuwa na so much glory, but that is not what it is right now.
Youth from Dagama Resource Center, which stands for Dandora Garbage Management, hope to rehabilitate the falls. They occasionally try to clean up and have set aside 2 days in a week for this. But the flow of noxious discharge from nearby houses and the lurid waste from far up river and from the famed dump site nearby can times be overwhelming.
Tulikam tukoona hii space tukiwachilia endelee hivi, kesho mtoi wetu atapitia the same. Kwa hivyo tukoona lazima tujoin hands na tuweze kuanza clean up ndani ya nini ya hii mto. Kazi ile tunafanya hapa ni kazi inafaa kufanywa na tinga na lori. Lakini si tumejitolea kuifanya na mikono juu tuko passionate na mazingira yetu na pia tuko passionate na pia the forthcoming generations.
The progress of their small makeover is sometimes slow as they have to do it manually.
Saa zile tunatoa uchafu hapa, unapata usiku mzima na mchana mzima kuna uchafu bado inarudi kwa mto.
On the process of cleaning the water, it won't start down here. It will start above there as we come down. We ensure that we don't have any waste being dumped in the water. If any waste is going into the water, let it be not organic waste, something that we can sieve and remove, because wet waste will mix with water, bearing in mind that water is a universal solvent.
Tuliona alifanya kazi poa juu kuna kampuni alishika kadhaa. Zile zimeelekeza sewer line kwa nini kwa mto. Hivyo ndiye anafaa kuchampion the fight against wenye wanaspoili river.
Dandora Falls ni resource. I guess itakuwa publicized, but it's one of Nairobi County resources zenye zinafaa kukuwa publicized na watu wajue, watu wache kwenda mbali sana for maybe tourist attraction and stuff, wakuje hapa because Dandora Falls is available.
Naongelea kuhusu a sleeping giant. Giant yenye labda Nairobi County yetu, Nairobi County government ijagundua. Now we are here as a young group of people, tunajaribu kuleta ile kitu unrecognized ikuwe recognized. Manze mi nikiona hii mto ikiwa hivi na feel vibaya sana. Na feel vibaya, na feel kwanza kitu na feel hopeless because mimi ule mtu mwenye tunajaribu kungangana.
When it rains, the river cleanses itself. But this reality doesn't last very long. So they made small steps towards creating a new one.
Before 2007, this place was a dumping site, but the youth of Dandora came and changed the story of this place and planted this forest where anyone can come and enjoy relaxing in a conducive environment.
Ile kitu mostly ilifanyaga tushikane ni violence ya 2007. tulikam kuona hawa politician hutupiganisha. Unapata tumegrow pamoja kama brothers, tumekuwa tunasoma pamoja, na ikifika siku ya election ati lazima tuchukuliane mapanga. Si tukaamua lazima tufanye initiative, tuna come on board together, na ndio maana unaona sasa ni green, na ndio saa zile tunaambia gava we can do it, ni kumaanisha tumejaribu from afar. Juu kama hii space ilikuwa ni dump site na saa hii unaona ni forest yenyewe, unaweza come na ushinde hapa na uko at peace na hakuna mtu atakudisturb.
The youth hope their vision for this gem will someday become a reality, but that future is seemingly too far off.
Nataka ikue ni park yenyewe, ati si lazima mimi saa zile nataka kutembeza familia yangu ati nitoke hapa niende places zingine. Naweza leta mtoi wangu hapa na feel ako ndani ya community yake, lakini community yenyewe iko sawa. Juu sisi tunataka hapa tunaweza weka kitu kama ziplining, na ni kitu inaweza happen. Kuna rock climbing, kuna boat riding.
If only humans will take care of the gift that is nature, then Dandora Falls or Falsi will definitely be a better story. Sharon Baranga, NTV.
Dennis, did you know there was a waterfall in Dandora?
No, I actually didn't. For me, watching that story, it was just flashback of all those memories, you know.
You grew up in Dandora?
Oh, yes, I did. For the better part of my life. I grew up there. We were just surrounded by filth, trust me. I went to school near the next biggest dump site.
Okay.
In Kenya, actually.
Wow. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if they knew that about you.
Oh,
but you know, but as evidenced by Sharon's feature, she played a bit of that Dandora
Dandora
LOVE. Yeah, some of the best MCs actually forged out of the toughest
the
situation.
best MCs in the country are from Koflani, Mau, and that's where we all grew up. I tried my hand in rapping, didn't make it. We're taking a short break, but coming up.
The children with special needs in Mombasa kicking out the stigma. Our special feature airs after the break.
EACC has recovered assets worth over 11 billion shillings and filed 400 cases in court seeking recovery, seizure and confiscation of unexplained assets worth over 10 billion shillings. Some of the properties recovered are 4.9 acres University of Nairobi land valued at over 2 billion shillings, the Mayor's House in Nairobi, 20 houses in Woodley Estate, Uhuru Gardens, Mombasa, Mombasa High Court land, Karatina Police Station land, Uasin Gishu Hospital, 200 acres of Kalro land, Nakuru, Postal Corporation land in Nakuru worth 780 million shillings, Taifa Park, Kisumu, among others. These properties were returned back to the rightful owners. EACC, tuangamize ufisadi, tuijenge Kenya.
Soil Merchants Property Developers have incredible offers for prime residential and commercial plots in Kiserian town. The properties are touching the newly retarmacked pipeline road connecting Kiserian and Kitengela towns, just 30 minutes from Nairobi CBD. Get an 8-acre plot in a very developed neighborhood for just 1.3 million. The property is beaconed with ready title deeds. Water and electricity are available. Schools, health and recreational facilities are nearby. Welcome to our open day on 27th July 2019. SMS LAND to 21595 for inquiries. Do not miss out on this great investment opportunity. Buy today, build tomorrow.
Children bring joy to our lives, but they grow up so fast. Soon it's time for college, and by that time, college fees can be a huge expense. For as little as 3,500 Kenya shillings, Educare combines life insurance with savings for college. Download the SE mobile app, open an account and start saving now. Be life ready.
Selena! Toto, where's mommy? Today's a toilet day. What? Oh.
Selena!
Toilet day?
Tomorrow we're hosting a party and it's a matter of my reputation.
It's a toilet, not a white shirt. Even if you spend your entire day cleaning with bleach and detergent, it still won't be party ready.
Impossible.
Challenge. Harpic 10X. Even if you use bleach and detergent 10 times, they won't give you the same sparkling clean toilet that Harpic 10X will give you.
Wow!
Harpic 10X. Harpic, Kenya's #1 toilet cleaner.
Making my family some nutritious porridge is a painstaking process. First, I have to find all the ingredients needed, and there are many. For vitamins, proteins, and minerals, I need cassava, sorghum, millet. You no longer need to go through all that to make nutritious porridge. All you need is NutriPro.
You don't have to go through the trouble of finding, measuring, and weighing all these vital ingredients. New NutriPro porridge flour comes fortified with 13 vitamins, proteins, and minerals. This means that you have more time to focus on what's important, giving your family the healthy start they deserve. NutriPro, bringing families together. From Tropical Brand.
Niko nataka mkate mzai. Select brown. Ndio hii. Nikana nimesahau do mzai Kwa hiyo tu niende na mkate, nirudi nikuletee ganji.
Angalia hapa, angalia. Hii yote ni madeni.
Hii maringo hii duka hii ndio maana hata mwezi fungua supermarket.
Wewe ngoja tu utaona nikinona.
Anko yangu anakufa nataka mkate ya brown.
Patie lo, nitalipa mimi sitaki pesa yako. Mimi nataka pesa yako.
Asanteni.
Karibu. Kwa nini tu umeitisha selector ya brown?
Selector ya brown ni ile original na ya asili ya kupakwa marangi.
Mkate ni selector. Tosha.
Angalieni, si ni wapi angalia.
Nini anadu? Nini?
Damn him and what he does. In front of my own eyes. He loves my wife in front of my eyes, man.
You're more emotional than I imagined, Captain.
Hande's with Mr. Levant. Is Kurai gone?
I made him go home.
She's all Kurai sees no matter what.
There's no time for tea. Get up, girl.
Bulent, I don't have time.
What's your problem and who are you? This is my problem. Look, look!
Emir, what happened?
I got into a fight.
You got into a fight over your ex, then why didn't you just tell me openly about it?
Since when have we been talking openly?
Enough! Stop attacking me!
Soil Merchants Property Developers have incredible offers for prime residential and commercial plots in Kisii town. Welcome to our open day on 27th July 2019. SMS LAND to 21595.
Thank you for staying with us on NTV Weekend Edition. Breaking the stigma usually associated with children with special needs has been a slow, difficult process. However, in Mombasa, one organization is turning the tide.
Hope Center is using a sports discipline, Taekwondo, to not only engage the children, it is also helping them grow their confidence and discipline, as well as improve their health.
NTV's Halima Gongo brings us the story of resilience and breaking barriers for an otherwise neglected group of the society.
Hope Center, Likoni, Mombasa County. This is a beacon of hope to many seeking refuge from harsh realities of life. Most so people consider not good enough or a burden to their families, but it is more significant for those with children with special needs. Here, they get a second chance at life.
Namuona yuko na improvement nzuri sana. Juu pia kuongea anaweza kuongea, Kiswahili anaweza kuongea, English anaweza kuongea, na kushika vitu pia anaweza kushika vizuri, kama pale mwanzo alikuwa akishika kitu kama kikombe inaanguka. Juu vidole vyake viko straight, havikunji. Kwa kweli nimeona ameendelea vizuri kama mtu wa kawaida. Anaweza kurusha maguu vizuri. Kiwiliwili chake pia kiko strong. Maana hata nyumbani pia anaweza kujitetea na wenzake, kama vile anajaribu kumpiga, pia anajaribu kutetea, anarusha miguu, anarusha mateka, anarusha ngumi.
Saida Demaro is literally a walking miracle. 6 years ago, he was a total different tale. He was bound by immobility, but now he stands upright. A testimony of the outcome of the visits he made to Hope Center in Likoni 3 times a week, accompanied by his mother, Bieni. Taekwondo has changed the story of their lives.
He couldn't walk. Alipokuja alikuwa anatamba. Nasi unamwona saa hii.
Grace Wainaina is the founder of this center. Her will to establish this place is stemmed from the difficult journeys she witnessed of women with special needs children who are making from Likoni to Mombasa town while carrying them.
Nikagundua kuna shida. Na shida ni kwa sababu hakukuwa na mahali pengine, palikuwa na mahali pa mazoezi pande hii. Watu walikuwa wanatoka Ukunda, wanatoka Kwale, wanaenda Potris ama Makadara.
Over time, the population of the children coming to the center grew from 2 to 30. This is after the community started to notice improvements in their children's health. Grace has one mantra in life, that is to ensure these children are independent and brave to face life, and Taekwondo helps her achieve this.
Na wengi wao coordination huwa ni very poor. Lakini through Taekwondo, sai hata huwa tunacheka kwa sababu kuna wengine hata kusimama kwa mguu mmoja hangeweza. Lakini saa hii anaweza kusimama, arushe teke.
Crispus Mwadime, an expert at Taekwondo, dedicates his 3 days of the week training these children. The sport also doubles up as a physiotherapy sessions for the children. It improves confidence and self-esteem, increases strength and stamina, improves muscle tone and appearance, flexibility, concentration and focus.
Tunamfanyisha stretching, tunatengeneza endurance za muscles zake, zile tendons ambazo zina hold joints. Kila time tukizistretch na kifanya mazoezi, endurance inakuwa firm. Kama ni miguu yake, flexibility inakuja. Lastly, kama ilikuwa pengine movements za joints ilikuwa ziko weak, zinaanza kujenga endurance. Last anaanza kuona katika movements za joints zake zinakuwa mzuri.
Self-defense is also part of the package.
Changamoto kubwa sana kwanza kwa watoto wa kisichana ni kwa sababu watadhulumiwa, wapate ujauzito, hawajui ni nani huyu mwenye kuwadhulumu, na hata wakijua, wakienda huyu mtu saa zingine anatoroka kabla apatikane, na hata akipatikana unapata kuna mambo mengi kwa sababu hawezi sema ni huyu, na akisema ni huyu labda hataeleweka nini anasema.
Mwadime's challenge is communicating in a manner that can be understood by the children.
Macho kama yanaona ni message kubwa sana ya brain. So kama ananiona ile kitu nafanya na ana copy mzuri from starting point to finishing point, that naamini ya kwamba kuna kitu kikuu zaidi anajenga katika hisia zake na ambayo itamake aweze kuishi nayo katika akili yake.
Changamoto ziko, lakini manufaa ni mengi zaidi ya changamoto, kwa sababu tumeona watoto wakitembea, tumeona watoto wakiweza kusoma, mtoto anaingia ajielewi, tunakaa na yeye, tunamfundisha kujipeleka chooni, anajifahamu. Wasichana wetu saa hii hakuna mwenye anawasaidia wakati ule wa mwezi, wenyewe wanajisaidia.
Mwadime now plans to start a national team in Taekwondo that will have children with special needs as players.
Let's go. 1, start,
It is his hope that they will one day represent Kenya on the international stage.
Martial arts ilitengenezwa kwa ajili ya uhai. The moment uko na uhai, you must do martial art. So the moment utapoteza uhai, you live about martial art. So hii ni maisha. Fitness inasaidia mtu yote ambaye ako weak akiwa anafanya fitness end up being strong. Kama sasa tunaona kuna baadhi ya kicking good, they're punching good, and even stances they're making good stances. So soon as possible nitaanza kutengeneza katika sparring.
Taekwondo was introduced to the country in the 1970s by Master Lee Kyu-jin. It wasn't easily taken up by the citizens, save for one man, Samson Lipuka. Lipuka is the most experienced martial artist in East and Central Africa. Most people believe the sport is a tradition in Asia, especially China, where it gained prominence in Kung Fu movies. But now it is being taught in a number of schools and institutions of higher learning. A participant becomes better at it if they start training from when they are a child, when their body parts are still flexible.
Unaona kwanza hii azivenye tukifanya tunaifanya in kinds of jokes, yeah? But venye mtoto anaifuatilizia polepole, hiyo jokes venye anaenda, endurance inajengeka enyewe automatic. So atakuta yeye mwenyewe anajitengeneza kwingine hata pasipo yeye mwenyewe kujua. So anapata ni kitu ambayo yeye mwenyewe haimpatii dharubu kuu katika kutengeneza mwili yake.
Even though the center is well known for taekwondo, the children are also taught skills that enable them become independent, such as beadwork and knitting. Their products are usually sold and the money is saved so that they can continue with their businesses after school. Some are involved in music.
Shanga kama hii nimevaa ni wao wametengeneza. Kwa hivyo tunawa-equip ili waweze kujisaidia katika maisha yao ya usoni. Wasije wakawa wa kuomba-omba.
It is normal for every human being to want that which is perfect. Those seen as not perfect are mostly discriminated. And in some Kenyan communities, children with special needs are seen as outcasts, hidden away from the public for fear of stigmatization from the larger society. But the truth is, some of them have excelled in international stages and gone ahead to beacons of hope. Halima Gongo, NTV, in Likoni, Mombasa County.
A true beacon of hope. It's that time again for a break, but coming up.
How a 24-year-old fuel inspector found her edge in a male-dominated field.
Crunchy peanuts, smooth caramel, creamy chocolate, and nougat. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
EACC has recovered assets worth over 11 billion shillings and filed 400 cases in court seeking recovery, seizure and confiscation of unexplained assets worth over 10 billion shillings. Some of the properties recovered are 4.9 acres University of Nairobi land valued at over 2 billion shillings, the Mayor's House in Nairobi, 20 houses in Woodley Estate, Uhuru Gardens, Mombasa, Mombasa High Court land, Karatina Police Station land, Uasin Gishu Hospital, 200 acres of Kalro land, Nakuru, Postal Corporation land in Nakuru worth 780 million shillings, Taifa Park Kisumu, among others. These properties were returned back to the rightful owners. EACC, tuangamize ufisadi, tuijenge Kenya.
Kenya's marketplace for the auto industry is back with the 22nd Auto Expo Africa. Meet exhibitors from over 30 countries. Source all your automotive requirements at the 22nd Auto Expo Africa 2019 from the 18th to the 20th of July at KICC in Nairobi.
Welcome the Molfix Band.
Molfix with its double absorbent system absorbs the liquid immediately and traps the liquid in. Also with its elastic side bands, Molfix offers freedom of movement.
You should also try Molfix.
I told you to kick it more to the left. No, kick it higher. No, to the left. Come on guys, stop it. Remember the win.
To nothing but the best in news, conversation starters, and hard-hitting interviews that keep you informed for the day ahead.
Up and early, 6 on the nose, these people don't sleep. Fix first the data protection law, then we come up with the number.
Exactly my question to CS Joe Michelle.
has steadily grown from simple storage handling to an innovative, fully fledged healthcare distribution service that can undertake the needs of all the 47 counties efficiently and effectively. In this competitive industry, our new business model has allowed us to become your most reliable partner in healthcare. KEMSA's mandate is to offer a superior service but not for profit. And our baseline principle remains affordable healthcare for all citizens. This is the motivating challenge that makes us get up very early every morning.
John suffers from indigestion. His twin James suffers from heartburn. Sometimes it's the other way around or both. That's why they use Gaviscon Double Action. It soothes within 3 minutes and lasts up to 4 hours. For double relief from heartburn and indigestion, Gaviscon Double Action. If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
Kujimoto hapo na kujipodopodo.
Dakika moja tu na wewe.
Mimi nakwambia hii date mimi nitakutangulia. Mimi niende nikule, wewe utaenda kule baadaye. Utapata nimelipa. Is the thought that counts.
I'm done.
Hiyo makeup naweza iongeza hivi kachumbari, kafirifiri, naweza ifanyia ka kitu juu. Kidogo tu tumayo like. Tuna nikushow naweza ongeza kaladha. Haka sasa ndio kachumbari.
Wow. Ulijulia wapi kufanya makeup?
Mambo ni YouTube.
Get 5 GB free YouTube when you buy the all-in-one monthly bundle. Dial *544# to choose your bundle. Mambo on YouTube.
Why are so many children absent? Children have become weaker. Children have not become weaker. Infection-causing germs have become stronger, making infections more severe. New Lifebuoy with Active Natural protects from today's stronger germs.
Damn him and what he does. In front of my own eyes. He loves my wife in front of my eyes, man.
You're more emotional than I imagined, Captain.
Hande's with Mr. Levant. Is Kurai gone?
I made him go home.
She's all Kurai sees no matter what.
There's no time for tea. Get up, girl.
Bulent, I don't have time.
What's your problem? And who are you? This is my problem. Look, look!
Emir, what happened?
I got into a fight.
You got into a fight over your ex, then why didn't you just tell me openly about it?
Since when have we been talking openly?
Enough! Stop attacking me!
Soil Merchants Property Developers have incredible offers for prime residential and commercial plots in Kisii Town. Welcome to our open day on 27th July 2019. SMS LAND to 21595.
Our bulletin tonight is packed chock full of inspirational stories, and here's another one. More women are venturing into the oil and energy industry, determined to change the perception that the profession is a preserve of men.
NTV Zainab Ismail caught up with 24-year-old Christine Shamware, a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry graduate working as a marker inspector at the Kenya Pipeline Depot in Kisumu.
She narrates how she found her edge in the male-dominated industry and the challenges of being one of the few female marker inspectors in the industry.
She is not your ordinary 24-year-old. Christine Shamware is one of the few women slowly changing the tides in the oil and energy sector in the country.
I'm a marking inspector. We basically mark export fuel, kerosene which is locally sold.
Her work involves surveying cargo and testing crude oil, refined fuels and other petroleum refined products before distribution. She ensures authentic fuel is sold in the country and at the retail station.
I think everything, it takes time to get used to, especially the fact that men think that you can't do some type of work that they are doing. They undermine you. When I was starting out, it was a bit hard. You know, I basically go up these tracks. So when you're not used to being active, it gets a little bit challenging. You can have pains. At first, that's what I used to experience. But right now, I'm really getting used to it.
For Christine, her choice of this line of work evolved from her interest and love for chemistry and mathematics while in school.
I think everything comes with working smart. I won't say working hard because a lot of people are tarmacking outside there from school. Also, you need to be determined and you need to know what you want.
Her advice for young women who want to venture into the industry?
First, when I was starting this job, when they used to talk and undermine me, I felt like maybe this is not the right job for me. But because I know what I want and I know that it's basically what I came to do here and what I signed up for, you just need to put your head on it. I haven't been here for long, but it's a good job. It's a very good job.
Zainabi Smile, NTV.
Well, my takeaway is just that determination and focusing and knowing what you really, really want and putting your head on it.
Okay.
Okay. In other news making headlines around the world, a Catholic church in the Democratic Republic of Congo has renounced...
Living with Us. I'm your host, Sharon Mundia. Boy, have you missed out.
Stop your wheel. Game done.
Thank you for joining us on NTV today.
We have our reporters in different locations.
NTV is right here to bring you everything from the beginning to the end.
Hii ni NTV Sasa.
Kuna mambo mengi sana ambayo yanafanyika.
Sasa ni kumtuliza. Hii inaitwa sensory integration.
Shughuli pevu ya kudunda viwanjani narejea kwake
na kurudisha hapa studioni.
Kuna mengi ambayo yanaendelea kujiri katika maeneo tofauti.
Tunavyoelewa wanasema nini? Vimeundwa.
NTV in the morning. All you need to know to start your day.
Ilizae kama ajalema.
Serikali leta dawa gani?
It's almost a year, nothing has been done.
I just need some form of information.
Dr. Mugo Wairimu first hit the headlines when a video clip showing him raping an unconscious female patient in his clinic.
Wale wanaohusika pia wanajulikana lakini hawashikwi.
With the puzzle surrounding the sugar saga yet to be cleared.
How many times were you sexually abused?
Like 3 times.
How was a convicted child molester allowed to set up a children's home in the country?
NTV News. Bold, balanced, authoritative.
Where are we headed as a country?
Every time we make a step forward, we do 2 backwards.
Any fool with huge amounts of money can be president of this country. It is no longer about service.
Why can't we move these people out and find somebody who can make the right decision for the country?
You're the experts, you can tell me.
We have to change the way we arrive at our leaders. We have to.
Organized crime, terrorism, and corruption, they're really siblings.
We don't need 10 cases. We just need 2 cases done properly, and it will serve a lesson.
Justice can only be found if I prosecute what I have claimed, bring the evidence, and say this man is guilty.
AM Live, every weekday morning on NTV.
Na imekuwa ni ada, desturi na mazoea kwa Wakenya wengi kula, kulala, kuvaa na kupiga gumzo la siasa.
Masuala ya biashara, uvumbuzi, teknolojia na ubunifu. Muhimu ni
Hela. Wajua pesa zilivunja milima. Vipi uachwe nyuma na uwezo unao?
Maendeleo ya binadamu au taifa hayawezekani bila afya.
Kwa ajili ya siha yako, tukutane kwa mijadala kuhusu afya bora.
Kama jamii tuna mengi ya kujivunia katika kila nyanja. Maishani kuna mitindo, desturi na hali tofauti za kufaana na kufanana.
Mwisho wa wiki ni mikiki. Iwe viwanjani au majukwaani, burudani halikosekani. Na unapofurahia mikiki, upo udaku sasa. Ilishaeleweka na bado kitaendelea kueleweka.
Everyone has a desire. Some desire and talk.
My name is Morebi Bob. I'm a press technician.
I wanted to be a driver like him.
From Zara iko mzuri, nakula vizuri, naizi vizuri.
But some desire and make it a reality. Desiring is good, but getting the job done is better.
Sooner or later, utaona tu vijana wakikuja kuomba job.
Kuna miaka kama 6 sijalinda nafanya kazi.
The mortuary has exposed me to the world.
My job on NTV.
This is going to be a long conversation.
The hard thing to understand is why, if the number of deaths is disputed, then the extent of the situation might also actually be disputed.
These are not stories that are being told by somebody who's not been on the ground.
I have never known of any single time the Kenyan media and the international media came together to tell a lie.
Hatuna kwanza maji na inasemekana ni handshake.
Kwa hiyo serikali ikisema hakuna mambo ya jaa, hiyo hatuelewi sana.
Wacha watu wa media waendelee kumweka deputy president katika headlines.
Is it a surprise? This is the opinion from some Kenyans.
Where there is slants and there is bias, the public will see it.
Is it media taking a position against the DP?
These are all the 47 counties efficiently and effectively. In this competitive industry, our new business model has allowed us to become your most reliable partner in healthcare. KEMSA's mandate is to offer a superior service but not for profit. And our baseline principle remains affordable healthcare for all citizens. This is the motivating challenge that makes us get up very early every morning.
Rough and tough quality textured coating gives your walls a tough and beautiful finish. Available in over 6,000 shades, it hides surface imperfections. Call us on 0709 887 000 to place your order. Crown. If you like it, crown it.
Hey beautiful people, this is Gilad. On July 26th, I'll be right here at the new Nairobi Hospital Convention Center, speaking at Africa's Agripreneurs Summit 2019. For years we've known that the most available means of wealth creation for Africa is agribusiness. What was once an old and stuffy sector has now transformed into a space for young, innovative, business-minded leaders. Don't miss this unique opportunity for a front row seat to hear about agribusiness in Africa.
Je, maumivu ya kichwa na kukosesha amani? Kaluma Strong hutuliza maumivu ya kichwa, maumivu ya mwili na hata huondoa joto jingi mwilini. Kaluma Strong ina aspirin kama kiungo. Maumivu yakizidi, muone daktari.
Hey mister, where you going?
Men clean their cars themselves. I'll also clean my own bike. I'm grown up now.
Then you'll need this. The most pleasant surprise for a mother is to see her child growing up. But I know as he learns to take more responsibility, he'll face more dirt, germs, and the risk of illness.
That's why you need strong Dettol protection, because Dettol cleans and protects against 100 illness-causing germs.
Growing up needs Dettol protection.
Can I buy a chocolate, please? It's for my mom. Happy birthday, Mom.
Thank you, Bella. There's a class and a half in everyone.
Welcome back to NTV Weekend Edition. Here's a quick look at the week ahead. And as mentioned earlier, tomorrow will be a busy day for parties wishing to take part in the case filed by the Council of Governors over the Division of Revenue. Chief Justice David Maraga directed all parties to file their papers by 4 p.m. tomorrow ahead of the mention of the case on Tuesday. Now, Cabinet Secretary Cicely Kariuki on Thursday ordered the arrest and prosecution of supermarket executives and owners of other meat-selling outlets found culpable of contaminating meat with sodium metabisulfite or SMS. Following the expose on the quality of meat sold in supermarkets by NTV, key officials from 6 supermarkets will be arraigned in court tomorrow for prosecution. Also, Nairobi online taxi operators will tomorrow meet Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i to discuss emerging security concerns impeding business in the sector. The drivers want security policies within the county restructured to ensure proper tracking on insecurity cases. Also this week, the Director of Public Prosecutions and DCI Director George Kinoti are expected back in the country from Dubai, where they have been on a truth-finding mission on the Aurora and Kimorer Dam scandal. The country has been waiting to see what action will be taken against the suspects.
This is usually the best part of the weekend bulletin for me, and a man caused quite a scare on Friday at the Lagos Murtala Mohammed International Airport when he rained,
which the media must wrap its mind around and set agenda for this country.
Yani, unataka tuendelee kuishi kwa hiyo kibanda ulikuwa unaishi ukiwa bado bachelor?
Sasa tunawachana, nataka tu tunafanya kitu tukiwa wawili.
Unajua hizo mistari ni za old syllabus tuliachama form 1.
Kwa sababu wewe ni senior Matianyu unakatiwa na nini power so?
I'm officially engaged to the prince, Crotus Sabong.
Kwani Crotus ni nani?
Crotus ndio mdosi wake.
Kumbe unataka kupendwa serikali eh? Kukusaidia naweza kusaidia. Lakini kama unafikiria unalala pale kwangu, hiyo sahau. Wewe kulala pale ni kama Trump kucheza Saudi dance.
Sawa, nitarudi with a bang.
Hiyo usingizi yako ndio tulipia rent. Kwani umekuwa mtoto?
So Leones ndo anaenda kuhunt.
My name is Janet. It's either utawezana na mimi ama urudi pale umetoka. She's the best housemaid around.
Hatukusema tunahitaji mashini ya kusiaga unga and sweatshop.
I'm the only one who can start your madness. Ukweli. You are not the best maid.
When you meet a Luo carrying his briefcase, don't ask him whether he's going to work. Luos don't go to work. We attend to professional commitments.
Gangster main rule: avoid eye contact with your fans. Mutazoeana.
Mtu ako na homa lakini kusiniza na sneeze unashindwa hii ni homa ama ni nini? Unasikia
December babes, haki si mnatusumbua. Hati yo sijui calm down is my birthday. Sijui all people were born the same but legends were born in December. Mbona mnajisikianga hivyo ama mnaonanga mkikaa kale kamkate ka mwisho?
Nani?
Shetani ni matana eh.
Shetani mugani? Shetani mugani? Tebu tuonyeshe shetani mugani?
Johnny.
Oh, kametokwa ho.
Slay ni watu wezi simama na mguu zao zikiwa pamoja.
Simshaona vile yeye jikunja hapa. Kakuchukulia kapasi tu kadogo kazuri.
Like, are we together?
Yes.
So, like, you know,
whatever is accused of, he will
12
never just
whole seconds. 12 whole seconds.
Imagine, and he will still just deny. I think at some point someone should ask him, are you really President Donald Trump? You can guess the answer. Well, we take a short break, or the Kiri will be here with the sports news. Stay with us.
Nation FM. More music and less talk. Nairobi 96.3, Mombasa 101.5, Meru 93.9, Nyeri 104.9, Eldoret 102.7, and Nakuru on 97.7. Follow us on social media on Facebook at Nation FM, Instagram at Nation FM, and on Twitter at Nation FM KE. Nation FM. More music and less talk.
Beat germs with Jik. Kills 99.9% of germs on your kitchen surfaces, sponges, chopping boards, sink and fridge, and your bathroom taps, shower head, basin, and surfaces. Just Jik it. Look out for our new improved packaging in store. Just Jik it.
Making my family some nutritious porridge is a painstaking process. First, I have to find all the ingredients needed, and there are many. For vitamins, proteins, and minerals, I need cassava, sorghum, millet. You no longer need to go through all that to make nutritious porridge. All you need is NutriPro.
You don't have to go through the trouble of finding, measuring, and weighing all these vital ingredients. New NutriPro porridge flour comes fortified with 13 vitamins, proteins, and minerals. This means that you have more time to focus on what's important, giving your family the healthy start they deserve. NutriPro, bringing families together. From Tropical Brand.
Sensitivity is a short, sharp pain that people experience when they have something hot or cold getting to the nerve of the tooth, causing that discomfort. If the sensitivity is left alone, it may get worse. Dentists recommend Sensodyne to their patients. It's able to get inside the tooth and calm the nerve of the tooth down. And the proof's in the results. It works.
Birthday party.
Birthday party. Birthday party. Birthday party. Are we not invited? We have gifts. Malaria. Mommy, pests. Run.
Oh, die.
Party.
Compared to Lord Spray, Mortein Doom Power Guard kills disease-causing pests instantly. Mortein Doom Power Guard.
Can I buy a chocolate, please? It's for my mom. Happy birthday, Mom.
Thank you, Bella. There's a class and a half in everyone.
Damn him and what he does. In front of my own eyes.
He loves my wife in front of my eyes, man.
You're more emotional than I imagined, Captain.
Hande's with Mr. Levant. Is Kurai gone?
I made him go home.
She's all Kurai sees no matter what.
There's no time for tea. Get up, girl.
Bullet, I don't have time.
What's your problem? And who are you?
This is my problem. Look, look.
Emir, what happened?
I got into a fight.
You got into a fight over your ex, then why didn't you just tell me openly about it?
Since when have we been talking openly?
Enough! Stop attacking me!
Soil Merchants Property Developers have incredible offers for prime residential and commercial plots in Kisii Town. Welcome to our open day on 27th July 2019. SMS LAND to 21595.
It's time to play. Welcome to NTV Sport. I am Warote Kiru. World and Commonwealth 5,000 meters champion Helen Obiri stormed to a world lead and meet record when she won the women's 5,000 meters race during the Muller Anniversary Games at the London Olympic Stadium. That woman, Sifan Hassan, fresh from a mile world record last time out, led for the first.
When he said that he's
not
ready.
together like that. Askari mwenye aliingia nadhani hajawahi patana na maiti ikiwa serious. Enda kulete kichwa tukakutana yaneke nilikongaga jeneza pa wakaachilia kwa rami paraga chani karuka nene wakasema shaitani. Polisi mbio, mimi mbio, raia mbio kuondoka. Nisikia mama moja ameuliza iko nini, nikamwambia wao uone maiti imeamuka.
The Wicked Edition every Friday from 7:30 p.m. only on NTV.
Hey, jina la Yesu litafika everywhere. Tunagwara gwara, gwara gwara, gwara 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 gwara. Tunadansia Yesu. Tunagwara gwara, gwara gwara, gwara 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 gwara. Hakuna kama Yesu.
The first of the two-legged qualifier has been scheduled for next Sunday in Tanzania, with the second leg set to be played at Kasarani. A week later, the aggregate winner will then face Sudan in the third and final qualifying round for a slot at Chan that will be held early next year in Cameroon. 23 out of the 27 called-up players took part in the first training session held today at Kasarani. Kenya is seeking to make a maiden appearance at Chan, a tournament reserved for players actively featuring in their national respective leagues.
It will be a good experience for me to have some answer about new, young, local players, and we will see. I think we will be ready to compete.
And Football Kenya Federation FKF Chief Executive Officer Robert Motomi has stepped aside as the fallout from the botched John Avire transfer from Sofapaka to an Egyptian side continues to unfold. In a statement signed by him, Motomi has said that his decision to step aside was driven by a desire to protect his own integrity and in his utmost faith in the competence of the FKF judicial process, which will look into allegations that Motomi tried to improperly and aid the transfer of the Kenyan international. On Friday, FKF confirmed that they have opened proceedings against the CEO, who has admitted to writing a letter to the Egyptian embassy asking them to process Avire's visa. And there'll be a press statement by FKF chairman Nick Mwendwa tomorrow morning regarding the same. And the national men's basketball team, the Kenya Morans, are inching ever so close to a historic quarter-final berth of the African Nations Championship that is ongoing in Bamako, Mali. Kenya, who had lost the opening match 65-82 to Democratic Republic of Congo, secured a deserved 81-69 victory over fancied Nigeria in the second match. The Morans are now scheduled to play either Ivory Coast or Algeria from Group A in the pre-quarters on Tuesday, with the prize being a quarters clash with the Group D leaders Egypt. Denmark-based Tyler Okari put in an MVP shift against Nigeria with a game-high 31 points, 9 assists and 4 steals. And here back home, Young Talent Academy from Ngong are the winners of the second edition of the Wanyama Royal Charity Cup that was held at the St. Mary's School here in Nairobi County. Young Talent beat defending champions Dandora Youth FC 4-2 in post-match penalties after a barren draw in regular time. Young Talent Academy, coached by Wazito FC assistant coach Hassan Hamisi, has returned to Ngong in Kajiado County with a cup and $500,000 shillings. Meanwhile, Dagoretti Mixed from Kangware banked 300,000 shillings after winning the girls' title. The tournament, which was organized by Harambee Stars captain Victor Wanyama and his brother McDonald Mariga, was attended by Deputy President William Ruto.
Of course wanacheza na flanks na nimejaribu kuzifunga hizo flanks, so imekuwa ni game entertaining. By the end of the day, of course, timu nzuri ambayo ndio imeshinda, so nashukuru sana, nasema vijana wangu wamecheza vizuri.
Kwangu ni shukrani kubwa sababu kwetu ni matayarisho ya kwenda kwenye michezo za shule ambazo zitakuwa Kisumu.
And Uasin Gishu County Governor Jackson Mandago has urged the national government to speed up the renovation of Stadia in the North Rift, which is the bedrock of Kenya's global athletics dominance. The government has for years promised to rebuild the Kipchoge Stadium in Eldoret in Uasin Gishu County, the Kipchoge Keino Stadium in Kapsabet in Nandi County, and the Kamarin Stadium in Iten, Elgeyo Marakwet County. However, construction has stalled for a while. This has resulted in athletes from the athletic crazy region struggling to find a training grounds.
Waziri wa sports hapa katika kaunti ya Uasin Gishu tuko na stadium yetu hapa Kipchoge Stadium. Stadium hii imepangiwa kukamilishwa kwa muda mrefu. Tunaomba sasa, kwa sababu tuko na ile fedha ya sports fund, muweze kuweka pesa ya kukamilisha hii uwanja wa Kipchoge ndio wanariadha wetu wapate mahali mzuri ya kufanya mazoezi.
The Jubilee government Stadia pledge continues to haunt them. Under Uganda's Kampala City Council Authority team, KCCA are the new champions of the Sekafa Kagame Cup after a hard-fought 1-0 win over Azam of Tanzania in the final.
Nasikia ulidai, nasikia Amina ulidai, uko juu sana, nasikia ulijidai, wendo rafiki, utaitwa Foma Sahi, wewe ni fala, ono mesileki, wewe mjanja, wewe ni rapa feki.
Shake your bum bum, bum bum, shake your bum 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 bum. Giddy 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 go down, giddy 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 go down, giddy 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 giddy.
Basi hapa ndipo na ndipo hapa. Kwa majina wanaita Trevor.
Big watermark are courtesy of Azam TV. And Manny Pacquiao beat defending champion Keith Thurman on a split points decision to win the WBA welterweight super championship belt.
NTV, mambo yote.
What shall I render to Jehovah? For he has done so very much for me. Take me a little deeper, I wanna know your heart. Fill me up, God. Fill me up, God. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh. Too much, oh. Excess love, oh. Consuming fire, burning.
Round of 40 Stableford points to claim the overall title during the third leg of the 2019 Nation Classic Golf Series at the challenging Nyali Golf and Country Club course. The Nyali Junior, a grade 9 student, at Mombasa Academy, who was playing off handicap 13, beat a field of 158 golfers. The men's winner was Liban Roba, formerly of Nanyuki Sports Club, who carded 39 points playing off handicap 10 ahead of Alan Mola and Sami Mwangi Kamau. The evergreen Christine Okech, a former Nyali Lady Chair, was also in great form as she claimed the ladies' first prize. Taking the staff prize was veteran golf writer Larry Ngala, with Sigona's Silas Onyango Imagine the Best.
Whose businesses are more than 60 years. I think on average, most businesses fizzle or die after the second decade. And at Nation, we are particularly proud that, in fact, we are 60 years old this year. So it's a big achievement.
I would like to thank our sponsors, Nation Media Group, the club for keeping the course in great condition, and my playing partners. Thank you for the support and have a good evening.
That young man has just done what the youngins call dropping the mic. That's the spot. I am Warothe Kiru. Back to Dennis and Oliver.
Very many thanks, Warothe. Now we want to go to this last part of the bulletin where we look at forgotten holidays. Now, did you know that today is Ice Cream Day? So if you are looking for an excuse to, I don't want to say sink your teeth into, but indulge your sweet tooth, then Ice Cream Day provides the perfect excuse. Ice Cream Day is celebrated every third Sunday in the month of July after first being declared a holiday unofficially by President Ronald Reagan in 1984. I wonder what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
I am an equal opportunity offender.
Mine is called Kulfi. Get me Kulfi anytime.
What is Kulfi?
And pina colada.
What are those? We know vanilla.
No, forget the strawberry.
Those are
too
and
local.
chocolate. Those are the ones we know.
Those are
the ones we know.
Pina colada.
What is all that? Well, it is not only Ice Cream Day, it is also Junk Food Day. And yes, so it either gets better or gets worse, depending on where you sit. And I promise you, I'm not making this up to satisfy my own cravings. Yes, it also happens to be Junk Food Day. So I say go forth and enjoy a guilt-free treat. On a related note, did you know that one of the two inventors of candy floss was actually a dentist? One of life's little ironies.
That was a witch.
In the spirit of Junk Food Day,
what are you eating first?
A burger.
What burger is this?
You have to stay true to the day.
That's chicken. Olive, it has sodium metabisulfite. Why are you eating this stuff? I thought we talked about this.
I was going to offer you a bite, but now that you said that, no.
Okay, we're not taking a break. We're closing this. Thank you so much for watching NTV Weekend Edition. My name is Dennis Okari, and she is Olive Burrows. Our presenter is David Dandora. Have a good night.
No.